So I actually don't think that Coraline ever left the other world. I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite Coraline theories with you guys today. So the reason that I think she never went back to the other world is because she can't be seen going back through the tunnel to the real world whenever she first went there. She is only seen going to bed as it fades away and turns back into the real world. And whenever Coraline finally returns to the real world, she sees her parents trapped in a snow globe. How could this magic have even happened in the real world if it's only there in the other mother's world? After this, the real world seasons seem to change very rapidly, and her neighbors, Miss Spink and Miss Forcible, just happen to have everything that's useful for her in this world. When in the beginning of the movie, she doesn't even interact with them at all. It also is so suspicious to me that the neighbors don't think to call the police whenever her parents are missing, unless they were being controlled by the other mother. The cat also appears to be really doubtful too, like he knows that she's not actually back. And at the very end of the movie, the cat actually disappears behind the pink palace sign, showing they're still there. Okay, so back to another Coraline theory. I am pretty sure that the well was another portal to the other world. Whenever Coraline meets Wybie for the first time, he tells her that if she falls to the bottom of the well, she can look up and see a sky full of stars even in the daytime. Something very representative of the other world is that it is night all the time. And whenever Coraline first sees this well, it has a ring of mushrooms around it, which is obviously representative of a fairy ring, which is definitely not a good thing if you stand in the middle of it. You're supposed to do certain rituals if you do accidentally stand in the middle of a fairy ring, because fairy rings are very representative of curses and can lead to a negative outcome. And if this theory is true, that means that at the very end of the movie, whenever Coraline drops the key back down the well, the key would have ended up back with the other mother. Which I also feel like this helps the theory that she never left either, because the other mother is giving her a false sense of succeeding, when in reality, Coraline just trapped herself, which is why the ending just seems way too good to be true. So the entire theme of Coraline has to do with power dynamics, and this power relation between bugs and humans and nature. Of course, as we know, spoiler alert, the other mother is a spider. In European folklore, spiders represent fear. And Freud actually believed that this represented mothers who wanted to devour their children out of possessiveness or guilt. Does this sound familiar at all? And it is kind of alluded that the other mother is contacted through Coraline dreaming. Even Coraline's hair clip is representative of the devil's darning needles, which is what dragonflies represent in European folklore. And it was said that they would poke out eyes or sew the mouth shut of naughty children. And doesn't this sound familiar whenever Wybie had to have his mouth sewed? Whenever he was disobeying the other mother? And poking eyes just like the button eyes. But there's so many more questions that I have, like who exactly is the other mother? How did she get there? Is she the real enemy of the story, or was Coraline set up? I made a whole YouTube video talking way more in depth on Coraline conspiracies. Guys. Oh my gosh. So I have the black one now, and I figured this would be the perfect time to try it. This is perfect for all of spooky season and pretty much any costume that you have. My lips are already black, but I'm gonna just go ahead and put this on top. And this is making it look way nicer than the face paint. And now for this part, I'm gonna extend it out too, because I want the whole thing to just be glitter. There we go. Oh my goodness. Wow, you guys. Made a little bit of a mess right here. Oh my goodness. Here's with more light, and now let's go in the dark. Wait, you guys, this is so pretty. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I can't stop looking at it in the mirror. Okay, this is officially a month of October must have. Must have.